All right, guys, welcome back to another New Legacy podcast. I got my man right here, Aaron Duman. He came literally all the way from LA, flew in with JSX. He got the semi-private
Mm.
experience. We did a gym workout, and then he's here shooting the podcast with us. So we're gonna share some of his stories, journey, how he overcomes, obstacle in his life, and how he's helping people overcome that today. Also, this is our first time having, I think, like a guest that's on TV show, Hulu.
Yeah.
Hulu, the green,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the green, yeah.
But yeah, tell them a little bit about yourself and what you got going on.
Yeah, so guys, my name is Aaron. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Uh Specifically North Hollywood.
Hmm.
Been in California my whole entire life. I was born in LA, but when I was 5, we moved all the way to a small town in Riverside County, which is Moreno Valley.
Hmm.
And pretty much that's where I grew up, childhood, uh, middle school, high school. And that's pretty much where my humble beginnings, as they say,
Yeah.
where I became the person who I am. And so, yeah, I'm an actor, screenwriter,
Hmm.
and mindset coach. So that's I feel that like I have a purpose, and I feel like I want to just help as much people as I can.
Mm.
Yeah.
What got you to that realization that you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, man, like it's just a constant effort of just like just having these conversations with my head, like having conversations with strangers or like colleagues, friends. Like I've always been hardwired in just personal development and growth.
Mm.
Like I guess it stems from a like hard rooted in me, or like if we had to go back to my childhood, right? Like childhood, my upbringing, where I felt like I was like the small person, the underdog. I always wanted to be the bigger person, like and to be the, I guess corny as it may sound, like the hero of my life.
Mm.
And so like I want to help, I guess, the people that are the underdogs in their own lives and help find their power, help find that they could recreate themselves in whatever the aspect they want to to be in life. So
Hmm.
that's where it cultivated from.
Yeah. How's it like for you growing up in California? Like, what type of person were you? Were you like the cool wannabe kids, or do you want to like nerdy kids who want to study, or what type of person are you?
Yeah, yeah, man. Thank you for that question. Yeah, dude. I think when I was like when I was a child, right? Um, I was more of just like a playful child, like playful, goofy, out there. But I kind of shrank
Mm-hmm.
because like meaning like because of what other people thought about me, it kind of shrank back into a bubble. So like um, I was shy, quiet
Mm-hmm.
growing up. Like middle school, I was a straight up loner. Like literally, like I would just go to class, and then during lunch, I would go to the library and sit by myself and like just do homework, study, right? And yeah, I was bullied, picked on, and I just hated that feeling. And yeah, it was tough, man. It was tough, and like I only found freedom, play, and creativity in doing extracurricular activities like sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really find my true power and my true like. I felt like the freedom to express myself when I had the opportunity to do like presentations in front of the class, because I felt like I didn't have a voice because I was just a quiet kid. But when I stepped in front of an audience, I felt like I could captivate their attention because obviously the attention was on me.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my time to shine. And from there, I was like, I felt like I could transform into a different person, like recreate myself. Okay, I don't have to play this quiet, shy kid anymore. I had to step outside of my comfort zone and be like, okay, well, this is my opportunity to show people, oh wow, this kid
Mm-hmm.
has a spirit inside of him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like a more introverted person, so like it's really hard for me to like
Yeah,
you know
same,
until
same.
until I like I also like growing up like Asian American too. We really You're Filipino, right?
Yeah,
Like we really
Filipino
don't
American.
have
Yeah,
like a support system like other communities. Like
Hmm.
from what I've seen, it's like it's more scattered, but other community they kind of stick tighter together. So I think that's like a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for Asian American, but I'm just trying to bring everyone together.
That's what it's about, man. That's
Yeah,
what it's about. I think from in my personal opinion, like Filipino community,
yeah,
um, coming from where I'm at, like the film and TV community back
yeah.
in LA, I've noticed over the past maybe uh, I don't know 4 or 5 years,
Hmm.
the community has become closer. Filipino American community in
Hmm.
film and TV, but I sincerely feel that it needs to go deeper than that. Meaning, like people need to share their challenges, their vulnerabilities, and just be real about it.
Hmm.
Just be out. All I'm hearing these days is being authentic,
Yeah,
being who you are. But the thing is, as we know, once we step outside of that circle, and once we're brave enough to take the challenges head on and be like show people who are we truly are. Of course, there's going to be criticism. There's going to be hate, and people are like, oh, I didn't expect him to be like that,
yeah.
and that comes with it, and I'm with you, man. Like I think we live in a time where we have to uplift each other. It doesn't matter if you're Vietnamese, Filipino, Korean, Chinese, whatever like that,
Hmm.
black, white, whatever like that. I mean, dude, let's face it. Yes, we're more alike than we think we are.
Hmm.
But I think it's just the ego that gets in the way, where we just
That's right.
block ourselves. Like, you know what? This ain't for me. This person's ain't for me.
Hmm.
But in a way, that's true. I think we have to use discernment
Hmm.
very heavily. Meaning, like, um, people, certain people do not have, should not have access to you. Meaning, like, all people shouldn't.
Hmm.
Like, if they're negative, they're toxic, if they don't add value to your life,
Yeah.
if they don't have good intention, um, they don't deserve to have your energy or have your attention or to be in your circle or even deserve your time.
Yeah. I mean, 100%. Like, uh, growing up, I always see like, oh, there's not like a lot of main character Asian guy, except
Mm.
for like Bruce Lee.
True, yeah.
Yeah, there's not a
Yeah, that's
lot.
huge.
So I was like, how can I contribute to that? And I want to do good.
Mm.
I'm sure you want to do the same too, because when you're stepping up to be a coach or making content online, you're tapping into like a different version of yourself, a more extroverted version.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm.
you don't know that might be the real version of you that like God or universe put together, planned for you, and not everyone has the courage to take it. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Ooh.
what I'm talking about?
Courage to take it, man.
Yeah,
That's huge.
yeah.
You said it right there. I like how you say courage, because I pray every single day
Hmm.
to 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 have more courage,
Yeah.
to be able to fulfill my purpose, my goals, my dreams. Because dude, chasing the road less taken,
Hmm.
it's going to be scary,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's why obviously the people that take the safe route are the people that just go with emotions in life,
Yeah. I mean,
right?
we're not here to bash them, but it's just like we're just seeing like, okay, this is life, and you want to play as this character or this character, and everyone has different risk tolerance,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and you know, for me, I don't care if I lose or win as long as I keep going. That's where like we're at, and I see a lot that in you, and I think we talked for a while
Mm-hmm.
before you wanted to do a podcast and come
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
here, and we always talk back and forth, and you get to see a little bit of my journey, I get to see a little bit of your journey,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like kind of cool to see because like in the community of people making content and people have the courage to be on camera, there's not a lot of those people,
Mm.
so it's like
It's
a
true.
super small network.
It's true, man.
Yeah.
Like, put it this way: like, if you had like a cameraman following you around 24/7,
Hmm.
who would I be? Who would you be when nobody's watching?
Hmm.
That's who you truly are. And people like to play a character, put a mask on, a facade of they present themselves to people in the public when they're going to work, when they're going on dates, whatever like that, business meetings, whatnot, like at networking events like that. But simple as this, like, we live in a content creator,
Economy.
economy. So like, okay, who is this person behind the suit? Well, I'm sure everybody's super curious, like, okay, who's this dude driving this Lambo?
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever like that. Or it doesn't even have to be a Lambo. Who's this person, this amazing person, a doctor, a nurse, whatever like that? Who is this person?
Mm-hmm.
We're always curious about that. I think people need to be a little bit more curious,
Mm-hmm.
not just, of course, with themselves, but with other people as well, being curious. I mean, having that childlike curiosity is so important, man, and being observant, being self-aware, all that mixed in together. We'll just take it one step at a time. But yeah, dude, it's courage,
Yeah.
courage to just do the hard stuff. I mean, if it's, dude, let's face it, life is difficult as it is already. Like you don't have to be having this extravagant, super huge goals of being an entrepreneur. You could just be, living, a 9 to 5, which is perfectly fine. I mean, I still work a 9 to 5 job right now in healthcare, supply chain operations. So I'm with you. Whoever is listening out there, I'm with you. But if you find that like constant push, like that voice in your head, like, man, I want to do more. Maybe that is a call to action that you are destined for, because we were all created
Mm-hmm.
to do something great with our lives. We were not just put on this earth for granted. We were created, we were born for a reason. It was already written in God's plan already, even before you were conceived.
Mm-hmm.
You already written it, but like, yeah, yeah. So more courage, man.
Speaking of that, like, I need to dissect, like, the way you grew up. So, like, what are some highlights, some trial tribulation you or your family has to overcome growing up,
Mhm.
and some lessons you want to share with the audience?
Yeah. So just, let me start with this. So like, I've always felt like a protector.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell where I'm going with this. I always felt like a protector. I remember one time in my childhood home in Moreno Valley. Shout out to all the people that still live there. It's we refer to as Moval 951.
Mm-hmm.
But I was, I think maybe in my teenage years, I was taking karate classes at that time, and I felt like a badass. Add that into like watching '80s action films. I felt like a badass at
Those are the
that time.
best
It
action
was a
films
bad
too.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So my dad, he would commute from Moreno Valley all the way to Marina Del Rey. If you guys are LA natives, you know how long that drive is. It's about like 2.5 hour drive, almost 3 hours in traffic, back and forth every single day. And every single time my dad would come home from work, he would, drink. And so, and I remember there were days, if not maybe every other day, where my mom and dad would get into the argument, and about just stupid stuff. And yeah, man, I felt like I had to protect my mom at that time. I I think I cultivated the ability to have like a ultra heightened sense of intuition and emotional intelligence
Mm-hmm.
from gauging how my dad would be when he would come home. Like I remember he would come home, and I would kind of gauge the way he would put the key in the door, kind of if it's like aggressive or like quick or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's a little tense. I got to get ready how he's gonna come in. But if it was like a calm kind of like he would put the key in, turn the door like slowly, okay, he's calm. So I share that because um, I from that alone, I believe I cultivated my emotional intelligence from that age, early age,
Because it's like
and
a survival tactic.
yeah, exactly, survival. And I remember this one time my dad came at my mom and just got in her face. They're just going at it, arguing. And I could have just sat there and just watched or just went to my room, but like, you know what? I can't take this. So I, what I did was I got in between my mom and my dad, and I got in my dad's face, and I actually kicked him as hard as I could. And he stood back,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "What did you say? Oh, I'm not touching your mom, whatever like that." And I was like, "I don't care. You don't get mom's face like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know." And I think that from that point on, like I felt like I was a protector. I don't know. It's just the fire inside of me, mate. I don't know. It's just the fire in me.
I love that.
That's yeah, the fire. And there was a lot of instances where I had to exercise that as well to defend not just myself but my community,
Mm-hmm.
other people, and it's just it's okay. Uh, I'll share a story here.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe it was I think 20. I want to say like 2014. At the place I'm staying right now in LA.
Mm-hmm.
We just gotten back from a flight from the Philippines. My mom, my brother, my dad picked us up, and if you could picture this, visualize this, it was about maybe 11:30, almost 12 midnight, and I was getting ready for bed, and I like everything dark, right? So like I was getting ready to, close the curtain, close the blinds, and all of a sudden, like I just peek out the window, and I'm like, "The fuck is going on?" I see two dudes
Mm-hmm.
going through people's cars, like literally like searching through people's cars, stealing shit.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what happened next. They actually jumped over to my community.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, there's no way in hell they're gonna like try to mess with my community. There's no way in hell. So what I did was like I could feel like my blood pumping, like my heart rate was going up. I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Like I was in like, fight or flight mode, like it's going down.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I got like a pocket knife, and like obviously my love for action 80s films, right? Got the pocket knife. I went downstairs. I was like, whatever happens tonight happens. I got the pocket knife. I actually put it behind my wrist. You know how the cool action guys do in the movies, trying to make it discreet. So I put it behind my wrist and I walked down with the knife behind my wrist, like all like freaking all stealth down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I walk into the parking garage and I see the two guys walking around looking at through the cars.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I did was like I was acting casual, like I was just going to my car, minding my own business, but I knew what they were up to because I anticipated it. See, that's another thing. Self-awareness of yourself and self-awareness of your environment, surroundings. That's another story we'll get into. But like, I pretended to go my car and catch some stuff. Like I had my peripheral on what I was doing here and my line of sight with them right there, so I could kind of gauge if they're gonna come at me or not. So he was gauging, coming closer and closer and closer, and then he finally had the nerve to say something to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Hey, bro, you mind if you let me in? I forgot my key." And I still had the knife behind my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
And looked at him, and I was like, "Well, you don't have your key. Do you live here? I mean, do you have a roommate that you could, just give a ring and just let you in?" He's like, "Oh, I don't have my phone with me." I was like, "Well, you sure you live here? Where's your car at?" Like, and then this is when he went all hell, like broke loose on me. He's like, "Bro, I don't need this bullshit right now. Like, I'm not even trying to get into this right now." He called me a racist, man. He called me a racist, and like, he's like, I'm gonna, talk to your manager. I'm gonna file a complaint." I'm like, "Go ahead, go call a complaint. Go ahead." And he just walked out.
Mm-hmm.
He just walked out. But I share that because I didn't have to do all that. I could have just called the cops. I could be like, "Hey, I see two guys trespassing." But I took matters in my own hands. It's just like Nobody told me to do that. My dad was asleep. My mom, everybody was asleep. Nobody told me to do it. I took matters in my own hands. I think it's the protector in me, the fire in me.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so that's one story, and I just felt like that I needed to do it to protect my community,
Hmm.
and yeah, man, it was crazy, but yeah, that's that's one story. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just like throughout your whole like journey, because I always like kind of interesting to see like what makes someone like go from a ordinary story to want to be a coach one day,
Hmm.
because like there has to be like lessons and stuff
Yeah.
that's inside of their path and
Hmm.
lessons that they learn that they're like, well, if I don't share this, it's a waste of pain, right?
Hmm.
And you have like lessons like that, and what are some like you know some life defining moments that you had that like push you towards this path?
Yeah. Yeah. A while back at that time, I thought my peace was taken away from me,
Mm.
and that robbed me from obviously my peace, my joy, and my happiness because I was always going around being paranoid
Mm.
and looking around to make sure if it's safe to go outside or looking at certain people being a little like kind of cautious.
Mm.
And I'll just take you. I'll take you back to share a story where I'm going with this. So I got actually robbed in my own home.
Mm.
Um, I wasn't young, but I was in my early 20s. I was going to community college at that time, and I was by myself, my parents' house, still living with them, and I literally just got out of the shower. It was probably 11 o'clock in the morning. Literally, I was like, I had the towel on,
Mm.
and all of a sudden, I hear a door knock.
Mm.
Okay, who could that be? Probably just some random person, right? Okay, so I get a shirt on, I go downstairs, right? Like kind of cautious, same thing. This happened before um, that whole incident with at with the knife thing, but yeah. So like these two guys, I walk up to the door and I looked at the people, two guys, and okay, so I'm wondering why they're here, but I just don't really think much about it. So I walk away from the door. Next thing I know, I say bash the door down, kick it down, tell me to get down on the floor, and think they had guns, and
Mm.
took everything. And yeah, so I'm grateful that I'm still here to share this message because I honestly felt that at that time I didn't care if I lived or died.
Mm.
And yeah, kind of, yeah,
It just like seems like throughout your whole life, there's just a lot of turning moments where it's you're like you gotta have courage, like you said.
yeah,
Just
courage, yeah, exactly right. Courage to face yourself again,
mm-hmm.
and it took a lot of time and years, therapy, growth, personal development to actually get to baseline, to get at peace again.
Mm.
So if I have to share this with anybody, finding peace is probably the most in, like probably the thing that I value the most. Um, because if you're not peace, you can't be present in real time. You could have everything in life, but like if you're not actually present with the things that you're experiencing,
Mm-hmm.
life is going to be meaningless to you. You're not going to be present with your friends. You're not going to be present with your loved ones. And people take that for granted. And it took years for me to actually get to that baseline. So that I think that was a defining moment at that one of them to be on the journey to work on myself to get to that state of being at peace again. So
Mm.
yeah.
What any other highlights before we go into the present moment that We're gonna hit on some topics and want to see some of your point of views.
Yeah, like highlights as in
Any like
like
life
turning.
defining moment, something you want the audience to know about your story that makes you who you are today, something that's important.
Yeah, yeah. I'll say this, everything that we do in life is all gonna be about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Always gonna be about relationships. I share that because obviously, um, um, if I could think back to past relationships, I always also say this: your past does not define who you are.
Mm.
What you do in this moment determines who you are. So, whatever happened in the past, just leave it there. Just move forward. Like I remember this one time. I share this because um, this one time I was dating. I was 19 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and I was dating this this beautiful woman. She was 29 at that time, 10 years older than me. I thought I was just like, man, I'm the man. I was like, I'm the man. Back this chick at 29, I'm 19, and like we're just having the time of our lives. And you can imagine went from there, just wild, crazy nights. And little did I know that she was dating, still actually, I guess, seeing or dating someone that was an ex felon. And shit, man, it was crazy. Um, this one time we came home and the dude was waiting for us, waiting for her, and actually got sucker punched when I got out of the car
Mm-hmm.
from the dude. And after that, he started stalking me. Came to my house and started even straight up spoke to my dad asking for me.
Mm.
And at that time, my dad thought I was doing something wrong because I was messing with this chick. And I was like, it's just it's crazy. But um, at that moment, I felt like my peace was taken away too because I was constantly thinking if this guy was gonna come after me and like you'd be waiting at my house and like I was kind of cautious to come home and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. So I share that because whoever's out there, guys, um, everything is a evolution of life. Everything is. Whether if you're in your 18, early 20s, 30s, 40s, what have it. If you haven't experienced it yet, if you dare so choose to experience and go down that path, you have to be prepared. What will potentially happen on the other side?
Mm-hmm.
That's on you. And I guess at that time I was just living in that bubble where like, yeah, I'm just having the time of life. That's gonna happen, which is fine. Which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably the most um, I was a little bit more outgoing at the time because I didn't really care what happened at the time. But like in my early 20s, I was just like I was out there.
Yeah.
And then obviously when I got attacked like that, I kind of shrank down because I was trying to protect myself. And like, man, I hope nobody's trying to get out to get me,
Mm-hmm.
kind of mentality. But the older that I get, it's like, you know what? It's never too late to recreate yourself, and um, it's true. Nobody is really thinking about you the older you get, which is cliche as it sounds, but yeah, yeah. So leave it there.
It's just like yeah, no, you're right. It's been crazy. Because how do you say it? A lot of people, like, if you have a really big ego, you think the world, like, revolves around you.
Hmm.
But really, everyone is so drowning in their problem that it they really don't have the time of day to pinpoint on you.
Hmm.
Now, obviously, there'll be some haters and stuff like that. But, that's the one thing that, like, for me, that's how I got over the camera confidence,
Hmm.
because I was, like, super nervous on camera.
Hmm.
It's just public speaking, right? But I was like, it's, people are not gonna judge that,
Hmm.
like the way I was hope, or like I'm scared of whatever. But you got into acting. Like, how did you go from an introvert to being in the acting scene? And you did
Hmm.
mention a little bit of it when like you get the attention on
Yeah,
you. It's
yeah.
like
Hmm.
it seems kind of like a repeating pattern. Like
Yeah, yeah,
growing up, if you don't have this, you seek this. You know,
yeah,
it's kind of like
yeah,
a thing. You know,
yeah.
but then you get with your situation and the fights and stuff, it went other way where you're like
Hmm.
a little paranoid of the world. And now you're coming back out.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I love that question, man. Yeah, yeah. Like the people that I look up to, like for example, like Annie Frisella, Ed Milet, for example, for
mm,
two. Both of them are introverts,
yep.
and it amazes me. It's like, wow, I would have never expect that because they're like Ed Milet's number one. He's like super intense. Like he's a great motivational speaker.
Hmm.
And Andy Frisella, like you already know, he's like an intense guy.
Yeah.
You would never think that, but even the actors that I look up to, they're introverts.
Yeah.
And I started thinking about it. It's like, you know what? I think the reason why I got into acting specifically
Mm.
because it gave me an opportunity to recreate myself, to transform into
That's,
another version of myself.
yeah.
Like, but don't get me wrong, like with social media, right? Like we need to show who we are authentically on camera, but that's just not going to come with one shot. It's going to come over time. The more reps, right? The more you do it, like, the more natural it is. So same thing with acting. Everything is an art. What you guys do here with the podcast, with shooting, everything is a science, right? So like with acting, man, like being an athlete, it
Hmm.
nothing is ever easy. Nothing is ever easy. We just make it look easy because of the amount of time we do it.
Yeah. No one watches the off time.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah. Nobody wants to shine a camera
Yeah.
on you putting in the work. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, oh man, day number, 900.
Hmm.
Nobody wants to struggle. They just want you to shine on stage with the cameras on, the lights on, and you having your moment.
Yeah. That's
Everybody wants to pay tickets to watch that. I'm not gonna watch Aaron. Who he's a nobody, man.
hmm.
It's true. I guess we all have to accept that. So like the reason why I got into acting is because it gave me a vehicle to express myself. I think that's the most important thing that we lose as like because when kids, right, kids,
Hmm.
the beautiful thing about kids is they don't think. They just play. Like they just like express themselves in the moment. That's why they're the most free. But when we get older, we lose that. We lose that sense of play, and that's why doing acting, it I guess it's fair to say it helps me to find that childlike play again, um, playing somebody else. It teaches me more about myself because I have to kind of obviously I'm infusing myself in that character, but like if I have to play a person that's like, for example, completely out of my element, like man, this guy is super charismatic, or like man, I have to kind of level up. I gotta get up to that point. I'm like, wow, I actually could get up to that point, that level.
Yeah. I mean, I got a little bit taste of some traction here and there,
Hmm.
and I know what you meant to, because I was like, yes, because said it's like you got a taste of the life,
Hmm.
what could have been different perspective, right?
Hmm.
And you're like, damn, that's addictive.
Hmm.
You always like now you're chasing it,
Yeah.
not in a bad way, because you're trying to help people and stuff,
Hmm. Hmm.
but it's like you're creating your own like micro community to grow out.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think like as a society, like there's a lot of like bad agendas out there, but it's hard to find like people that stick to their words.
Mm.
You'd be
So true.
surprised, like when I run
It's
ads, right?
true.
There's like a lot of leads that come in, but people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk to you here, don't show up.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's like words right now, especially like with everything that's going on, doesn't really have a lot of meanings. It's just like the action.
Hmm. Hmm.
And yeah, like it's just like it's crazy. I don't know. What's your take on that with everything going on?
Yeah, I think your word is your bond.
Mm-hmm.
I think people take that so lightly, take it for granted. It's like one of my values is integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I take everybody's word seriously.
Yeah.
If you're gonna tell me you're gonna meet me at like Starbucks or whatever for coffee at 5 p.m., you better be there at 5 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a few times I'm a little hard on myself, to be honest. A few times where I had to let it slide, but like, my good friends, if you guys are watching, You know, tell you the truth. But let me tell you a little bit about me, man. It's like I go above and beyond for
Mm-hmm.
the people that I care about, my friends. I was just thinking about this the other day. I think people misjudge who I am. Like I keep my word. I go above and beyond for them. It's like, if I tell you I'm going to be here at this time, this place, I'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Whether if it's a phone call, email, whatever like that. If I'm going to tell you I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And I think people take that for granted, their word, because maybe they're living in their own world, their own bubble.
Mm-hmm.
They have so many million things in their mind, marinating in their mind, which is obvious. But I'm a very empathetic kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very patient. But I think that if you cross the line, I think there it is. I think I'm a patient, understanding guy, and I don't think people see it coming. And it's like when I drop the bomb, it's like when I tell them like, okay, this can't happen anymore. They don't expect it because they think that I'm a very understanding dude. It's like, oh, Aaron's cool, just laid back about it.
Yeah.
But you're right. Everything is about action. Everything is about. I think what's gonna separate people, like you, Geo, everybody, is just keeping your word.
Mm-hmm.
Just that one simple thing. People can't even do it.
Hold on. Yeah.
People can't even do it. Even keeping your word to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a struggle. Like okay, I'm gonna get a 5 a.m. I'm gonna go to the gym. If we could just master that habit of keeping your word to yourself, I'm gonna drink a gallon of water. I'm gonna read these 10 pages, and you start to build that confidence, right? And you start to trust yourself more,
Mm-hmm.
and like you learn to expect less from others. It's okay as long as I keep the promises to myself. I did this, and this. Okay, well, you know what? I mean, if you did that, that's okay, man. As long as I get the promises to myself. But like again, relationships.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we invest so much time, energy, and effort to build relationships with people, and it's like, bro, if you can't simply just meet up at this time, or you let me know ahead of time, then what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
I think people take that for granted, man. Oh, it's like, bro, I'm gonna be 30 minutes late.
Yeah.
Can we just reschedule? I'm like, bro, I've been waiting 2 weeks to meet with you.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? You have a busy life. I mean, like, it's like I have to remind myself, like, bro, I got stuff to do too, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
come on, I'm respecting your time. We can make it happen or what? I don't think people understand that, man. Especially in the film industry, everything is so
Oh, bro.
kind of flexible. Like, yeah, there's a delay on set, an hour, 2 hours, which
Even the videography industry, the content industry, everything is always like, and I hire and fire a lot of videographers too,
yeah,
like over like 25 of them.
mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, it's just like, and I understand too. It's because you're creating an art piece. It's not standardized procedures,
Mm-hmm.
but definitely punctuation and I think timeliness is what matter because you got to build traction in any type of things you're doing, whether it's content or whatever. So traction, momentum is where it's the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
And but I like people like you that take initiative to, bet on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And like I've been just unfollowing a lot of people on my own Instagram that may not serve me anymore or so. It's not like I'm not old to follow them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to wake up and see inspirational
Yeah,
stuff on my
it's nothing personal.
feed. It's not personal. I tell them, it's like, hey, it's not personal, but it's just like I'm in the stage of my life where I need that to like need to like lock in. I can't even see anything regular
Mm-hmm.
to go to the next level because I have bigger responsibilities than a lot of people. Especially if you have like a business, then you have to pay a lot of bills
Mm-hmm.
for not just yourself but everyone around you.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Um, and soon, I mean, you're gonna get that burden too because you're gonna be coaching people for success. You're gonna be coaching people for going through a lot of hard times and the stuff that people don't see on TV, that people don't see on social media.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like behind the scenes stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a question for you that's coming up. So, how would, let's say someone's coming to you and someone's struggling with their life, they're depressed. Like, how would you help them overcome that?
Yeah, like one thing about me is I value human connection um, more than anything, um, and empathy. I think one of my strong points is being empathetic and understanding. And so, pretty much, I just want to what I would do is just basically getting a basic level understanding of who you are, what you stand for, what your values are, so I could kind of understand, like, okay, what's making you feel this way or think this way, or why are you going down this path?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Worked in healthcare for about, excuse me, for almost a decade now, and I guess working bedside, I had to talk to patients, right? Their highest and their low points, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what they truly value more than anything is just someone they could talk to, human connection. People want to be listened to. I think that's people take that for granted. So yeah, I mean, just human to human. Um, I'm on this journey with you guys. I mean, you could help me. You sharing your story with me, you're helping me help you. So I think it's a two-way dialogue. Nothing is like, oh, like, I'm your coach. I mean, you got to listen to what I have to say. I probably, um, the way that I could help you is pretty much just listening to what you're going through, hearing your story, and see how we could get through it together. Because we can't get out through this life alone. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I think yeah, pretty much I would start with just listening to your story, and I think that's what, in my personal opinion, people skip the most. They just want to jump to the diagnosis, the conclusion. Okay, you need to do this, this, and this, that. So what about me? I mean, do you know who I am?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, do you know why I do this? Why I think like that? It's like, yeah, it takes a lot of time. I get that, but like, I'm willing to go down that road because it always is going to be about the work. Always the inner work. Nothing is a temporary. Nothing is permanent. It's always going to be a constant work, every single day until the day you die. That's the truth. You can't take a pill. You can't just go to the gym and get a six pack in one day, 1 week, or take freaking depression, medication,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that everything is fine. It's always going to be there's always going to be something popping up in your life every moment. So that's where I would start.
Um, this is we're gonna hit you with some good
Yeah, just hit me
questions,
with it. Yeah.
and then because this podcast is entrepreneurship, coaching, and then people that wants to make an impact for the world, artists too as well.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of struggle in the world right now, right? And let me ask you a question. There's a lot, like I think like 70% or 60% of America is obese or something.
Mm.
Like, why is it like that way?
Why is 60% of America obese?
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. Just habits. Either people don't know or they're just overeating. They just want to be completely comfortable, be fat, be lazy, and just be happy and enjoy life. And let me tell you, if you if they do enjoy that, 60% of the Americans, whatever like that, enjoy just being fat blobs, and let's face it, you're probably going to be in a hospital bed by the time because I see that every single day. There's people that are completely immobile, and nurses, CNAs, what have not, they're literally having to rotate them on the bed
Mm-hmm.
to treat their wounds because they're a bunch of fat asses. So I say this: if you guys are out there that are tired of being overweight and fat, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to learn how to track your macros, right? You can eat whatever you want, but you have to track your You have to know your numbers, your carbs, fats, proteins. Either your fat's not going to drop, no joke, right? I was in the best shape. I mean, I'm in the best shape of my life right now. I'm 41. 6 years ago, I was doing weights and cardio.
Mm-hmm.
I look better now. So that's what I would say. You got to know your macros. So if you need help, let your boy know.
So basically everything is the abs is made in the kitchen. That's what you're saying.
It's true. Diet's gonna be the most important thing.
Well, what do you tell people that say, "Oh, I'm so busy with my career, or whatever. I don't have time to meal prep or cook or whatever." What do you have to say to those people?
What do I say to people that are busy, the
Mm.
busy lifestyle?
Busy lifestyle.
Excuses.
Mm.
Excuses. We all make excuses. I made excuses before, but like as soon as we own up to it, if it's important to you, you're gonna make time for it. For example, like like everything is directly parallel to money and fitness, right? So like if your intention was to make 100 sales calls in a day and close X amount of sales for that day, you're gonna make that time to go to the gym. I'm gonna work out for an hour. I'm gonna target, chest and tris today, whatever like that. So simple as that. Excuses. If it's important to you, you're gonna make time for it.
Mm. What if it's important to you, but you're just like a lot of people have goals, like
Mhm.
if it was that simple, a lot of people would be super wealthy, super fit, happy, whatever, or in
Mhm.
love. But the world's not like that. The world is like a lot of people are, you know, what's it, dumb, fat, and broke.
So
So a lot of
yeah.
the population is, I just want to be blunt about it, but they're dumb, fat, and broke.
Hmm.
And what advice would you give them to get out of that situation, you know, and like be the best version of themselves and lead the best version of themselves?
What would I do to help people to get out of being fat, broke,
And
fat, broke, and dumb? Oh man, it's all about mindset and habits, right? How you do one thing is how you do everything. So like simple. If you're it all comes down to habits, right? If you can't do the simple things day in, day out where it gets boring and mundane, for example, like doing at least 10 push-ups every single morning, doing the hard things, if you train yourself to do that every single day, you win the day, right? So that's literally why I do the hard things every single morning. Like I want to wake up like for example 4:35 in the morning? No. Do I want to do 50 push-ups in the morning? No, but doing those things, it makes me a better person and that primes my mind to tackle, what I need to do that day. So that's what I would start off with is getting your habits in check.
Yeah.
Doing the simple things, the simple things that you should be doing already and mastering those.
So you're just getting like a momentum going
The
into.
momentum done and making it a habit where it's like it's automatic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like when you know, I've been like, I'll be honest with you, I've been like slacking. I need to like get back on my game, you know.
Mhm.
But you're right. It's just like that foundation where you're winning in the morning and you're not feeling behind
Mhm.
compared to other people.
Yeah. And also here's another thing, guys. Like you have to ask yourself why you're doing this. Why do you want this for yourself? What's the reason? Oh, I'm just tired of I had a serious illness. I want to do it because I want to get girls or whatever like that. I want to do it because I want to better myself for my kids, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And kind of that has to be your reason has to be bigger. Your reason has to be bigger than your why.
Mm.
The reason why you're doing it. So that and then once you figure that out, then you could start going ham and going all in.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I guess growing up in high school, college, and stuff, I'm pretty like smart guy on book smart, but
Mhm.
I'm just like learning how to be like better overall, and it comes with a lot of street smart, to be honest.
It is, yeah.
Because it's learning how to deal with people, learning how to deal with people's emotion, and don't let it affect you.
Hmm.
And it's like, how do you compartmentalize dealing with other people? I did do a little bit of healthcare
Hmm.
as like a little bit of like CNA activity,
Okay. Nice.
and it was not a good experience, But you being in that industry and around that job, healthcare is strenuous. How do you like deal with that, man?
Oh man, how do I deal with compartmentalizing people's emotions? Or
Yeah,
like
like don't let it affect you. Like,
yeah,
just how do you block it out?
yeah, man.
How do you protect yourself?
Yeah, it's a muscle. You got to work on it every single day. Like literally like I was just thinking about this the other day. Like one of my one of my strong points, what serves me in acting,
Mm-hmm.
is being able to think about something, having those thoughts in my mind, and just like really having that really affect me. But on the other side of the coin, when it's like in the real world, like at work, it's like, bro, are you okay? So like, so I share that because like you kind of have to be, you have to be an actor in a way,
Mm.
where it's like because like this person's not really emotionally aware. Like this person is like, okay, he just wants to be happy all the time. He's not really like, okay, should I come talk to Aaron? Is he looks like he's in a bad mood right now? I'm not going to talk to him. There's people out there that don't really have that awareness.
Mm-hmm.
They expect you to be happy all the time. Like, hey, what's up, man? You know, they would fist pump you, say good morning to you, and I'm really feeling it at that time. Like, I just can't do it. I can't like, hey, good morning, my friend, amigo, whatever like that. There's super nice people at work, man, but like sometimes I have to take care of me. And like sometimes you have to be aware. Here's the thing. Pay attention. You have to be aware when you're like that. When you're feeling down,
Mm-hmm.
when you're pissed off, whatever it is, if somebody said something bad to you or somebody looked at you a certain way, if like for example in healthcare, if a doctor kind of kind of breathed down your neck that way or like whatever it is, so if you had like a bad text message you wrote or some that text message you something that you didn't like, um you kind of have to and then so for example like a coworker came in and wanted something from you, you have to be self-aware of yourself more, like hyper aware. And like people don't really even want to feel that, like how it feels to harness that feeling, like like for example like if you got a text message and like your dog died or whatever like that, your loved one's in the hospital, and like you just read that message and like if I did get that message right now, it's like and I read it and like my colleague comes and says, Aaron, you okay? I'm like, yeah, and they're like everything's good, what's up, you kind of have to protect your energy, and like you have to make that split decision to should I tell this person or should I not, and kind of be in the moment with them and come back to that thought later. So I think self awareness is you have to be self aware of yourself.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's the thing right now. It's just we're on this flying rock in
Mm.
space. And we just need
True.
to get along.
That's so true, man.
And a
And
lot of
yeah.
times it just comes down to ego, and it's just like emotional management.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of time, like people that don't have good emotional management have like certain traits that always put them in leadership position,
Mm-hmm.
and then they make emotional decision that can affect other people's livelihood,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. What's
Mm-hmm.
your opinion on that? And how do you spot it?
Yeah, yeah. All the great leaders I look up to, they're calm in the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. I
Like that.
think, yeah, calm in the chaos, right? Like if you think about like an ocean, it's everything on the surface level is calm. But when you go, no, everything on the surface, all the waves are crashing, everything is loud. But when you go deep, they're calm. So everybody could be breathing down your neck, all this crap flying around, but you're calm, you're centered. I think what happened when I got robbed in my own home, that's when I found my superpower.
Mm.
Because at that moment I could have panicked, I could panic, but I was calm, I was zen.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I was more shocked than scared. So yeah, if there's somebody that could hold their composure pretty well, they're pretty like kind of grounded. They're not like a kind of fidgety, moving around a lot. If somebody is in within their power and they're like relaxed and calm, collected,
Mm-hmm.
then that person's probably going to be super successful, being business owner, entrepreneur, or dealing with high stressful situations. Yeah.
I mean, me being in business, I see when people stress, I could feel if they're like uh, money stress. I think
Mm-hmm.
money stress. A lot of people say money don't matter, but it
It
truly
really does.
does.
Yeah.
Keeps the lights on and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps you alive
Mm-hmm.
with food and stuff. But you could really tell, especially like we're in like kind of like I would say a recession market right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm seeing a lot of my friends struggle in their business. I did struggle too,
Mm-hmm.
doing way better now, but we did struggle. And it just the energy, you could feel it. And
It's real.
especially if, you're having to go on camera or create content and stuff like that, it's like much harder. I think a lot of like business owners can't really get their message out because they're always in the chaos of their business and stuff like that. But they want to get online because that's the real sauce. Because
Hmm.
we're going into a founder-led era of content. And people want to relate to the owner of the business. You know, what is your
Hmm.
take on, you know, helping these guys get better on camera? Because
Hmm.
you post all the time, and you're very consistent what you do.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, how can you, like, what's your advice on this?
It goes again, just habits, man. Simple. When you think about it, I'm sure it crosses your mind like I should have pulled out my phone, should have pulled out my $2,000 brand new iPhone, right? And like, should I do it? Nah, I don't need to do it, man. We get in our way.
Yeah.
The obstacle's the way. We get in our own way, right? It's like we just got to make it a habit. I mean, like, there's people out there that just make it look super easy. They just pull out their phone, they make content. I mean, I'm still, it's a growing. I'm still growing with it. You know what I mean? But like, I think it's simple. I think people get in the fascination. If I had to relate it to, film and TV acting, people want to be perfect on camera. Perfect.
That's the
Perfect. Oh, how does my hair look, And I remember in class where I just share little gems with you in class. It's like, I remember my acting coach saying, "You look fine. Don't worry about it. Just focus on living, being the character." Okay. Because once we look at the camera and you're like, okay, how's my hair look? And if we don't like the way we look on camera, it's like we get in our head. That kind of it freezes us in time. It's like, oh shit,
took me a long
It
time to
robs
get
the
out.
moment. It's like, okay, you're not playing the character. You're thinking about like your freaking ears bigger than your left freaking ear, like your nose, and the hair's not right, and it robs the moment of like we call it the element of surprise.
Mm.
So like my advice is just if it's just you on the camera or like if I'm talking to you,
Yeah.
you got to focus on your partner, focus on the camera,
Mm-hmm.
but don't be looking like we call it technical, right? Don't be technical. Don't look at your like, oh, do I look good on camera? Okay, that lighting is good. My facial hair is good. It's on point. Do not do that. Just bust out the camera and focus on the match. Just do it in real time. The moment you feel like that you need to do it, the moment you start thinking about it is the initial action that you need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the truest form right there. When you're like, I need to do that right now. Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
It's true, right? It's kind of like, when you have like a notepad at your nightstand, you're like, that thought comes and you just write it down. Same thing.
That's crazy. How important is fitness on someone's journey to become the best version of themselves?
I think this is something that's easy to overlook, right? Because obviously, let's face it, nowadays, like you see, I'm just gonna call it out. You see people that are out of shape, fat. They're driving Lamborghinis, Ferraris. Maybe older guys that are out of shape, and it's all like, you know what? I already made it in life already. I don't need a workout. I need to go to the gym. I don't need to be in shape. I already made it. But we live in a different time now. Everything is aligned to health and fitness. I think people waking up that health is wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it's probably the most significant factor in somebody else's success because like if you could do that simple thing, commit to it, taking care of yourself, people will want to invest with you. Like, okay, this man or woman respects themselves. Okay, they show they have work ethic. They respect themselves. Um, uh, I want to work with someone like that. Like of course, when you see somebody walk into the room, like this guy's jacked or this woman looks in great shape, like you start to wonder, like, man, I'm impressed. They take care of themselves. They didn't have to say anything.
Yeah, I
You
love that.
already
I
you
love
already noticed their presence. And you're like, I want to kind of talk to this chick, or I want to.
Yeah.
Who's this jack dude? I kind of want to compliment him on the size of his biceps or something. Because dude, let's face it. Like we're all drawn to attractive people, nice cars, people that smell good, beautiful places. Why do these were all created so we could touch, feel, and experience it and connect with it.
Yeah.
Everything is all connection, man.
Hmm.
Nobody wants to be driving or, a raggedy old beater or be in an environment where nobody enjoys being there. Bad food, bad smelling environment. Nobody wants to be in those types of places. People all want to be in a beautiful, positive environment.
I think it's just like you're definitely right too. I think it's just like a coping mechanism
Mm.
because we all want these things, but conventional wisdom around all of our friends, family, and whatever, it's like trying to like just help us cope with our current reality. That's not as good, but the current reality is shit. Like we gotta just get out of that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right, and like that's I don't know. I was like, you're hitting on it.
Yeah.
You're saying the
See,
stuff that people wouldn't want to say.
see, that all comes back to self awareness. If you're not self aware of like what you want, like let's just say like if we meet like at a yacht party, right?
Hmm.
Like everybody's having a great time, and I happen to talk to you, and like if I don't align with what you're saying, how would I know that though? Because I need to identify what I stand for, what I value.
Hmm.
Therefore, that would signal to me, I'm like, okay, you know what? Like you're a good guy, but like I don't align with what you're saying because I know what I want. I know what I value.
Hmm.
I value waking up at 5 in the morning, not going to the club, drinking,
Hmm.
staying up all night. But you do. But you're a good guy, but like, if we could do business together, maybe yes.
Hmm.
But for the long run, I don't know if that's gonna pan out because we're kind of living in a different time right now.
Hmm.
That's not who I am anymore.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
it's just like a lot of people too. Like I met a person. We don't do business with them because it's just our energies doesn't align.
Mm-hmm,
The
mm-hmm,
It's the frequency. It doesn't
mm-hmm.
align. It's really hard. Like, sales is so weird, bro. It's like it's not like a
Mm-hmm.
simple process that's predictable. I think sales is like the craziest code you got to crack.
Mm-hmm.
But sales is just a lot of people skill and stuff like that. And you're right. And I don't know. It's like a gray zone. I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
We do sales and people that connect. I don't know. It's so
Yeah.
weird, bro. Like
Which
I
I
really,
do. I think you do an amazing job of that too.
yeah.
So.
I mean, I genuinely intrigue about people,
Mm-hmm.
because I like to hear stories. Because growing up, like we're, uh, poor family, so we struggle a lot. So like my grandpa used to tell us a lot of stories. So I'm just like, I'm here for the stories.
So that's where you got your storytelling from.
Yeah.
Would you
It's
say?
like, yeah. I'm here for the
Yeah.
stories. Because I don't know, she used to tell a lot of scary stories too, but
Mm-hmm.
but I kind of enjoy the story because the thing is like, if I help you tell your story, or I gotta be part of it somewhere, it's
Mhm.
kind of like, hey, I get to read that book. Oh, hey, I
Mhm.
get to read that book. Oh, hey, I get to read that book.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometime, like, you know, when people blow up online or their brand gets huge, I was like, damn, I saw that book before it got big,
Mm.
before it became a bestseller.
You're part of the story.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Some of our photos are on
Mhm.
bestseller books.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah. It was unintentional, but
Mm-hmm.
ends up being. And media is weird too, and you know it. Like you could have a pro level 10 photographer take a picture of the guy, and he hates it. But
Mm-hmm.
like it might be like a more amateur person like me, and I take the picture, and he loves it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's like, yeah, it's definitely like an energy thing. It's also an energy exchange too. Every
Mm-hmm.
time you can't pile on a bunch of like low energy people in your community and expect to be good.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Like just
Yeah.
compartment, put the wall
Yeah.
up.
Everything is energy, bro. I mean, if we were all to die today, I mean, we're all spiritual creatures living in physical form.
Mhm.
Like for example, they always say like you could feel somebody walk into the room without them even say anything, right? It's like,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
are they okay? I mean, did something happen?
Mhm.
You know? I mean, you don't have to say anything. Like to me, right? Like my idea of like having good energy, like I always thought that I had to be like, man, I wish I had that guy's charisma and energy, like kind of like pumped up all the time and like kind of like loud and vibrant. But that's just not who I am.
Yeah.
It's just like maybe you have a like it's all about finding who you are. It's like finding your energy, but like a good energy, like me,
The good version of
the
it.
good version. Like like me, people are like, oh, Aaron, like you have like a good calming energy, and like
Yeah.
But like,
you're gonna attract a lot of people that way.
yeah,
Like to people
you,
that are distressed or something, they need that calmness. They're probably gonna be in your program, your
yeah,
coach's program.
yeah. So everybody has like their own cup of tea, right? Their own community, the people that vibe with them, connecting with them. It's like, I think people are caught up in still maybe in people pleasing.
Hmm.
You're like kind of bending over backwards, kind of being a chameleon towards certain people, trying to kind of win them over. Like instead of just like being you, which is obviously on a mission to always strive to be in the pursuit of being who I'm supposed to be.
Hmm.
Like bits and pieces, we do that. We explore every single day. We never have it figured out. We explore different pieces of ourselves every single day, and we find our people
Hmm.
along the way. It's not like, oh, okay, who can I kind of you know
Yeah.
manipulate?
There's no like crazy strategy. It's
Yeah,
just like, hey, we rock, we rock. Not, it doesn't,
yeah,
But
yeah,
I used to be more attached, but
yeah,
but
yeah,
now I'm like, wait a minute, like God chose only a couple people. Can't bring everyone up with you, you
damn,
know,
it's true.
because I learned that from the yacht party that I did.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you only fit 13 people on a yacht in Miami,
Mm-hmm.
so
That's so
I
damn.
couldn't. I
That
wanted to
hit.
take more people. I couldn't.
That hit, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
And if they don't pay the price, they
Yeah,
can't be part of the
yeah,
play.
yeah. I'm about to get emotional there, man. I
Yeah.
mean, but that's true. I think
Did you have to leave some people behind on your journey?
yeah, yeah, man. That's hit, man. Like I cultivated this friendship with a director friend of mine, and yeah, known him for about maybe close to maybe I would say like maybe 7 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I should share this, but like fuck it, whatever. But yeah, one of my closest friends at the time built a relationship, and I truly we saw eye to eye on creative visionary. We were supposed to make a film together, and one of my features that I wrote last year, which also got into the Beverly Hills Film Festival,
Mm-hmm.
officially selected, and and just recently I found out that he got diagnosed stage 4 cancer. I'm not going to say his name, but I didn't even know. I was shocked. I was shocked. We had coffee one day, and I thought it was just going to be more of like a kind of connecting bro moment. Haven't seen you, man. What's going on? Let's reconnect. Let's get our ideas in motion. We got to do some. We got to do something, man. But he just dropped the ball on me. Just told me he has stage 4 cancer, and he didn't. I don't know how to take it. This is the first time I actually heard that from a friend. So it's like, okay, so does anybody know? Just the family knows. Nobody knows except me and a few other people. And I felt honored that he shared it with me. It's very vulnerable. And he told me like, yeah, Aaron, I don't want people to think that like I'm some kind of sick person. I just want it to be kind of low key. I'm like, okay, okay. And I thought to my head like, so you want me to talk to you as if nothing happened, like it's normal? And we had a tough conversation, man, a truce and a defining moment in our friendship, man. Long story short, like we had the opportunity to meet this producer and to make a film in New Mexico, just to test the market and just to get some footage and something out there. And I told him, well, why don't we go with my idea, the script? I mean, it's perfect. Why not? Why not think big? I mean, we only have one life to live, and obviously, I just blurted it out. I said, the truth is, bro, I don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of time, and why don't we just do it? Think big. And he took that personally, like, oh, I don't like the way you put that. He's telling me we're all gonna die. I'm gonna die, and he didn't like that. And he said, I think your true colors are coming out, man.
Mm.
And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, we have a shot here. We got to think big. And he took it the wrong way. And yeah, parted ways.
Damn.
And
Well,
I just,
thank you for sharing that.
yeah, of course, man. Yeah, of course, like it's just, it breaks my heart, man. To I've always been there for him, man. Always, dude. I was like, you need to. I always like shared like mindset stuff, like personal development, and like. But the truth will tell, man. Like who are truly gonna be on your side and be like, okay, I see what you mean. I need to hear that. Let's get it, man. Let's roll. That hit. Let's roll. Let's
That's
go. I needed to hear that truth. So that said, man, you guys sitting on the sideline waiting for somebody to help you out, I'm ready here. I wish I had somebody to tell me the truth, to pull me out, like tell me the truth and be like, Aaron, you're fucking up. You're fucking up. It's on you to make that decision. So if you guys need that help, I'm here. But yeah, man, it's we just keep pushing and we just find people that are willing to accept that truth and face the hard reality and just move forward and grow from it. So yeah, I mean, I was always there. Like I helped them with resources to reach out to people to help them during the process, and got nothing in return. So I just wish them all the best. Everything in life, see, relationships, man.
yeah.
Everything is relationships, bro. That's why we talk. Like, why do we watch the movie? Because the relationship with the character, man. The same thing with me and my friend. Relationship, everything between you guys. Relationship. I'm sure, like whatever you guys get into, the moment I leave, there's probably something that I don't know. That's how life is, man. There's always something that we don't know about that person. There's always going to be like that. You could shine a camera. There's always going to be something that you conceal from everybody. Your loved ones, your kids, everybody. I mean, we all lie. We tell the truth. I'm not no saint, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I try to do good. I try to. It's crazy, man.
Well, thank you for sharing that moment with us. I love like that's what I love of these type of podcasts. Sure, we might not have like the big views that we want or whatever, but it doesn't really matter.
Yet.
Yeah, yeah. I don't really care about like the applause of. For me, I don't care about the applause of regular people. You know, because I got applause from big people. You know, and the regular people always trying to take from you, and the big people always trying to give to you because they don't care. They're not resource constrained. You know. But before we close out, how can people find you? How can they get in contact with you? Uh, Tell them something about your services and how you can help people. And I'm gonna leave all those descriptions below. But yeah, let them know.
Yeah, yeah. This guy's a man right here, right? But yeah, it's an honor, dude, honor, brother, to be with you on this podcast. And yeah, pretty much you could just reach me on Instagram at the real Aaron Dumas, and just check out my link. I have a link there. You can check it out my services. But yeah, basically, I help you to get you in the best shape you are that you want to be in. 30, 60, 90 days transformation. We make sure we get your macros locked in, your habits, and your mindset. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to hold you accountable. So I'm not going to be easy on you. I'm going to hold you accountable. Like I said, you have my word. I'm going to keep you accountable. So that's what's going to separate me from other coaches is my word. If you work with me today, you have my word that I'll hold your hand throughout the process and you will be a different person than you are today, 30, 69 days from now. Let's get it.
All right. Well, guys, that's a wrap for our podcast today. Thank you for flying in and sharing your story with us. And we had a lot of fun with you shooting some cool content today.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
And I just really appreciate you coming through for us and good energy all day. And you're on your way to hopping on more podcasts and helping more people. So it's just very appreciative of us to be part of your journey.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Like this is what it's all about: aligning with yourself, people have the same vision as you. I'm grateful for you, Zoon, and allow me to be on this legacy podcast and just be and good energy and good hands and taken care of by you and your team. So thank you so much, bro.
All right, guys. If you guys want to get on our podcast, link down below to get info. And appreciate you guys, and we'll keep moving forward. Thank you.